There is this image we all have of the modern musician. You picture someone in a bedroom studio, surrounded by gear, glowing monitors, maybe a half-finished coffee on the desk. They are pouring their soul into a track, editing until 3 a.m. It's romantic, in a way. But there is a second part to that image that we rarely talk about.
The part where they upload that masterpiece and it just vanishes?
Exactly. It disappears into the void. We are talking about millions of creators uploading content every single day to these massive platforms. But the reality is, very few of them actually own anything they are doing. They are at the mercy of an algorithm they can't see and definitely can't control.
It's the classic sharecropping problem of the digital age. You are building a house on land you don't own. You spend years chasing views, trying to decode why your engagement dropped by 50% overnight, or why your revenue share is suddenly pennies. It's exhausting. And frankly, it's a broken business model for 99% of artists.
That is the perfect setup for what we are looking at today. We are analyzing a platform called Music Pro from Superview TV, which is positioning itself as the antidote to that exact problem. It's fascinating because it's not just another streaming site. It frames itself as a tool for independence.
Right. The core promise here is shifting from user to owner. Music Pro, which operates under the Superview TV umbrella, is essentially telling musicians, DJs, and podcasters, stop renting your audience and start owning your platform. It's a unified dashboard where you host, stream, monetize, and crucially protect your work.
Let's break that down, because they seem to offer two distinct paths. There is a free entry point, and then there is the professional tier. How does that split work?
So, it starts with Music Studio. That's the free tier. Think of this as your aggregation hub. If you are just starting out, you probably have content scattered everywhere: YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud. Music Studio lets you embed all of that into one cohesive artist mini-site.
So instead of sending a fan to 3 different links, you send them to one place that looks like you.
Precisely. You get a bio, a music player, video links, and social connections all in one spot without paying a dime. It's a great way to look professional instantly. But the real conversation happens when you look at the upgrade, the Music Pro tier.
That's the 399 Rand subscription.
Correct. And for that price, the platform stops being just a portfolio and becomes what they call a digital record label. You aren't just embedding links anymore, you are hosting the files directly. You are unlocking a creator economy toolkit that is usually reserved for massive media companies.
That is a bold claim. Digital record label. What does that actually mean in terms of technology? Because if I'm paying, I expect better performance than just a standard file host.
It comes down to delivery. When you upload to Music Pro, you are tapping into a global CDN, a content delivery network. They are using infrastructure powered by Cloudflare.
For the non-techies listening, why does a CDN matter?
Imagine you have a fan in Tokyo and another in New York. Without a CDN, one of them is going to have a slow buffering experience because the server is too far away. A global CDN ensures your content is loaded from a server near the viewer. Plus, they use adaptive bitrate technology.
Ah, the Netflix effect.
Exactly. If your fan is watching your music video on a 5G phone on the bus, or on a fiber connection at home, the video quality automatically adjusts so it doesn't buffer. It creates a premium viewing experience. You aren't just a YouTuber anymore. You are a broadcaster.
That professional gloss is important, but let's be honest, the biggest pain point for independent artists is money. How does this platform change the equation from chasing views to actually paying rent?
This is where the analysis gets really interesting. Music Pro integrates 5 different monetization pillars directly into the dashboard. It's not just ad revenue, like you get on public platforms, where you need millions of views to make minimum wage.
Right, relying solely on ads is a trap. So what are the 5 pillars?
First, subscriptions. You can create a gated channel. Fans pay a monthly fee for exclusive access, maybe unreleased tracks, behind-the-scenes studio vlogs, or private live streams. It's the Patreon model, but built right into your music site.
That is sustainable income. Recurring revenue is the holy grail.
Second is pay-per-view. Let's say you are dropping a high-budget music video or doing a virtual concert. You can put a ticket price on that specific event. Third is merchandise. You can sell vinyl, hoodies, caps directly through the player interface. They handle the tracking and management.
So the fan doesn't have to leave the video to buy the t-shirt?
Seamless integration. Then you have event ticketing for physical live shows. And finally, yes, they do have ad campaigns. You can run banner ads or overlays, but you get full CPM tracking. The key is that all this revenue flows into one dashboard. You see your earnings in real time.
It sounds like they are trying to solve the fragmentation issue. Usually, an artist has a merch store here, a ticket site there, and a streaming site somewhere else. Bringing that all under one roof is powerful.
It is. It's about owning the data, too. That's another feature they emphasize, the CRM, or Customer Relationship Management.
That sounds very corporate for a musician. I need to check my CRM.
It sounds corporate, but it's vital. On social media, you don't know who your followers are. You just see a number. On Music Pro, you have a subscriber list. You can see purchase history. You can see who is actually engaging. There's even a chat inbox to message fans directly.
That turns an audience into a community. You can actually talk to the people supporting you without an algorithm filtering your reach.
And you can go live for them. They have an integrated live streaming studio, so you can perform a set from your living room directly to your paying subscribers in Tokyo or London, all within your own branded ecosystem.
I want to pivot to something that feels increasingly urgent these days. We hear horror stories about leaks, piracy, and now, AI scraping. Artists are terrified that their work is just going to be stolen or used to train a bot. Does Music Pro address security?
They actually go very heavy on this, which is surprising for a platform at this price point. This is usually enterprise-level security. They use DRM encryption across Android, iOS, and the web.
Digital rights management. So people can't just rip the file.
Exactly. But they go further. They have domain locks, meaning if someone tries to take your embed code and put it on a pirate site, the video simply won't play. It only works on your approved domain. They also use signed, expiring URLs to prevent hot linking.
And what about the AI aspect? That's the big fear right now.
They have specific AI protection protocols. They use technical blocks like robots, TXT, and TDM protocols to stop AI crawlers from scraping your content to train their models.
That is huge.
It is. And if a leak does happen, they have dynamic watermarking. They can trace a leak back to the individual viewer session. It's a level of protection that says, your content is an asset, not just fodder for the internet.
It really reinforces that idea of the digital record label. You are getting the legal and security department included in the software.
And the analytics department. We shouldn't overlook that. You get detailed breakdowns of play counts, growth trends, and revenue. It's actionable data.
So, stepping back a bit, we are seeing a shift here. For a long time, the narrative was, get signed or go broke. Then it was, go viral or go broke. This feels like a third option.
It is the middle-class creator option, which is a healthy thing. You don't need millions of passive listeners. You need a few thousand dedicated fans who are willing to pay for quality and connection. Music Pro is building the infrastructure for that reality.
It's democratizing the business side of music. You don't need a manager to handle your merch logistics or a tech team to handle your streaming bitrate. You just need the dashboard.
And 399 Rand per month. Which, if you sell a few subscriptions or a couple of t-shirts, pays for itself immediately.
It's a fascinating time to be a creator. The tools are getting sharper.
They are. The barrier to entry is gone. Now, the only barrier is your own willingness to treat your art like a business.
That's a powerful thought to end on. If you are listening and you've been waiting for a sign to take control of your catalog, this might be it. The platform is there, the audience is waiting. It's just about making the move.
Absolutely. Don't wait for a label to save you. Build your own.
We will leave it there. Thanks for diving deep with us today.
Always a pleasure. Keep creating.